please subscribe to my newsletter. There is a weekly update on what's going on in search, AI, sometimes it's social media as well, digital marketing, Reddit marketing. So there are all cool topics every week we discuss and help you gain visibility in this very much changing digital world that we are dealing with this today. And I'm an Smarty. I'm an SEO, have been in the industry for many years. I will stop mentioning how many years at some point because it's being repetitive at this point. I've changed a lot of roles from social media management to editing of search magazines to being in-house SEO analyst, founder of multiple projects. So I've seen it all. I've been witnessing how Google has been developing and been through all kinds of methods, theories, everything that we've been dealing with for these 2 decades. Today with me and always April, our director of social media. She's also a designer who designed our logo. Thank you very much for that, April. Love it. And she's also a content strategy developer in terms of viral marketing expert, Reddit expert. So there are a lot of roles that she has with us, and we very much appreciate that. So thank you for joining me, April.
Thank you for having me.
April will be going through your comments, asking questions, sharing her opinion as well. But I'll give it a quick introduction of what we're talking about today. So one thing that you should know about me is that I'm a big fan of all kinds of SEO tools. I think this is how I've become known in the industry many years ago when I joined Search Engine Journal, first as a writer and then as an editor. My specialty was to actually share tools. I would review tools every week. I would find new tools. I would compare tools. I got known as the tool expert way before I became known for anything else. So this is something my passion since day one. The reason I love tools is because, first of all, this is the most practical experience with SEO, and you can play with different features. You can discover things that you didn't know about. And secondly, different tools give you different perspectives, different data, different angles on how to deal with that data. Every tool gives something new, brings something new to your table. And even if you do not adopt it, if you do not start using it on a regular basis, just playing with tools is a great way to better understand your competitors, your rankings, your changing rankings, all the fluctuations, what Google may want from us as well. So tools are great. I highly recommend on a weekly basis, play with the new tools. Most of them have free trials. Some of them are free. So it's a great way to better understand and create an SEO strategy. So that's why on a regular basis, I create a roundup of some tools that I've discovered, I've tried. Maybe some of them I've used, maybe some of them I use on a regular basis, but there are features that I would like to share with you. So it's something that I'm very passionate about. And today's roundup is all about analyzing Google search engine result pages and figuring out how we can export them, how we can better analyze them, which SEO data we can pull from them. So it's making many SEO lives much easier. It improves your productivity. Possibly, if you have any tasks that you're dealing with on a regular basis, you will find how to make them more productive. So I will not list every tool individually. I'll just mention a few featured tools. So go ahead and check out my article on that. It is linked in the comment section. Before I start listing the tools, there is some new, we've been going through many trends in SEO, just so you know. You create long content, then you create short content, now it's answering questions. So there has been a lot of things, like every year SEO community comes up with a new trend. In most cases, it comes from Googlers because they mention something and we interpret it in a certain way, saying that this is what they need these days. Every website, every industry is a special flower. There is no one single piece of advice that you need to follow to, like, there's no secret button or anything. Every case is very different. That's actually my approach to SEO. Every client that comes in, I never know what I'm going to do with it, what what strategy we're going to propose to them until I actually spend a few days, maybe a week, looking at that site from different angles, looking at their competitors. So there's always a different roadmap to SEO for every case. So there is no one way to approach SEO. So whenever Google says something, it's not for everyone. There is no one single way to tell this page is overranking that page for this single reason. There is no one single reason at all in any case. When you look at SEO tool, at any SEO tool, it's not because you want to prioritize search engines, because Google tells us it's not the right way to do these days. You need to think about your customers first. So it's not just SEO data that you want to get from any SERP analyzer or from search engine result pages itself. It's more about understanding what Google knows about that audience that is searching for that particular query, because Google has data. They have been tracking user behavior, they've been tracking people tend to search in close proximity to their current query so that they know what questions they ask about each topic. So when we're looking at any particular search engine result page, it's not just, hey, this page is ranking number one, I will do exactly what they did. It's not that. It's, again, we don't have all the data. And secondly, it's more about looking at each particular search engine result page and trying to figure out why Google is structuring it the way it is structured. Like what are the questions in people also ask? What are the Google suggest results when they're just typing that query? Are there any special search features that are showing up for that search query? Are there images, videos, maybe shopping results, maybe local packs? All of that tells us a lot about this particular query and the most frequent search intent of people who are searching for this. So it's more about understanding what Google knows about a community that is using your important queries or keywords, and why they are structuring these search results, why are they ranking particular articles, what types of articles they are ranking. Is this informational articles? Are they about products? Is this a good mix of everything? It's all the clues that Google gives us in terms of understanding your target audience. So it's not just about SEO data. It's not just about meta descriptions, titles, length of each article, or anything like that. It's just looking on a higher level on why search results look like that, because Google doesn't do that accidentally. They structure each search result page in a particular way because they have found that these searches really want to find this result. And from there, you can develop your strategy saying, hey, it looks like Google has found that people searching for this are interested in video content. So possibly I need to create videos, useful videos, to go along with my article or with my product page. There are like branded results in most cases. So Google thinks this is a navigational search and they will be talking about this particular brand. So possibly you don't really want to prioritize that keyword because you're not that brand that is featured there. So all of those, there are so many clues that you can come out with from search results. And these tools that I have listed just help you extract that data and play with it later. So some of those tools help you extract search results to an Excel file, and then you can do sorting, you can save, you can look at each page, you can see what the type of the content that is. There are some tools integrated with AI. So when you search for something, they will tell you, hey, looking at those search results, it looks like people who are searching for this want to find one, two, three, and you probably need to adapt to that because you don't have as much data as Google, and you can get that data by searching Google. But just don't stop there. Again, it's still about your target audience, about your customers. So you have to combine that SEO data with actual customer driven data. So whatever you know about your customers, how they interact with your website, which are the most popular products, what type of product reviews they are leaving on your site or elsewhere, what they're saying about your competitors, what they are telling your customer support. All of that is also important. If you combine Google's data, the data that Google gives you, with a particular information that you know about your customers, that's when you create really unique, really useful content or really useful pages. So with that said, a few things that I would like to mention from the list of tools is that there is a great tool. It's called
Thou.
Informational.
Thou sounds right.
What it does is it can compare different sets of search result pages. So for example, you have two search queries and you don't know how to make two pages different enough for them to serve different intents, for example, or you don't want to compete, so one page doesn't compete with the other page, or you even don't know if that should be one page or two pages that could serve the same intent. So they are great at comparing two sets of search result pages and tell you, hey, there are quite a few similar or even same results ranking for that query. And probably that shows that those two queries have the same search intent and you are free to create one page to target both of them. They also pull a lot of data from search results, like, for example, if you search for something and every site, every page for that search in top 10 has an affiliate link in it. So you will see that Google, that tool will tell you, hey, this search result page is dominated by affiliate driven sites. And or for example, all of these pages have X amount of images, so it's a very visually appealing information that people are searching for, and because Google surfaces those, so there is a lot of data that you will get from that. You would probably be able to do that on your own if you just click every page and evaluate it, but this tool just gives a higher level, very easy to understand information that you can then work on and build on. So it's a good starting point for every optimization process that you have. Another tool that I really like and I've been using them, it's called SE Ranking. I've been monitoring them for many years. They always add some cool features. It's a position monitoring tool that also has a lot of many more tools that you can use. And they can export any search results as a table showing you the title tags, descriptions, what kind of traffic, organic traffic this page gets from all the search queries that it's ranking for. So it's a good quick competitor evaluation tool. If you see a lot of pages with lots of backlinks and lots of organic traffic ranking for your search query, you can look back at your site and evaluate if you have a chance to rank for that. Or maybe you could find a less competitive keyword that doesn't have that huge competition. But it's very quick. Like I said, it's the competitor evaluation is a huge task. This tool gives you a basic fundamental evaluation method that can save you time. And one more tool that I think I featured it a few times, it's a Google Chrome extension. It's called Serp Sonar. Sonar. Again, I apologize if I'm not pronouncing that right. Find it in my newsletter at number 7. What it does, for when you search, it would allow you to export the search results. You can export 50, 100 search results in an Excel file. It's free, it's very fast. You can also use OpenAI API to have some more data for every set of SERPs, like search intent, search personas, things like that. It's very detailed and very on point, very useful. And it's free, the best thing, because the two previous tools that I mentioned, premium, so you have to pay a monthly fee to use them. And this extension is totally free. As you know, it's very tough to get direct URLs from search results because Google uses its own redirection. So you have to click every search result to copy it. And this tool provides you such a cool way to just export all the direct links right away and continue evaluating and looking at them in terms of what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong. Maybe there are some tips and tricks that you can get from that. So by all means, if you use Google Chrome, try that extension. It's very cool. For more tools, again, check my newsletter. It will be linked from the description. Now it's linked from the comments. and play with them. Let me know what you think.
Craig says having an expert like Smarty is the best tool for analyzing SERPs. I agree. What would you say to pay attention to when you're viewing your target SERP? What are like some basic things that people should focus on when they're first going in there and looking?
Well, first of all, if those ranking URLs, organic rankings URLs are informational or commercial, like if you search for best laptops, I would think that you want to buy one, or
Right.
best laptop, even a singular one. But you will see how to choose the best laptop and things like that. Very informational listicles, of course. So looking at, is it a how-to, is it a listicle, is it a product page, is it a category page? This is the first thing that I'm looking at. I just scroll. It's always obvious from just, you don't have to click, you just see it right away. And of course, all the special SERP features that Google has been introducing for many years, like featured snippets, people also ask, video packs, image packs, local packs. Now there are also shopping results showing in organic search. All of that gives you a good understanding of what people might be looking for when they're searching for this, because Google, they're all different from SERP to SERP. They're never the same. So Google has found that this particular search feature is helping for this particular searcher, and we need to know that. There are also a few other things to look at. First of all, scrolling down, you will see related searches. And this is a very important and very underestimated search feature, because Google knows when someone is searching for something, then they go back to search results and they search for something else. Within the same search session, those become related searches. And those are very important for understanding the searching journey of each particular customer that you are targeting. So if they search something about best laptops and then they search something about best keyboard or like things like that, you know that this is a very frequent problem that people are having. Like those are very similar, very related questions that people have when going through a particular search journey. This is very important for understanding what people want to see next after they find the answer to their current question. And the other thing is that when you have search generative experience enabled, we know that the answers that Google generates using AI do not only include the current query, they also answer very related queries, very close queries. And those are mostly those related searches as well. So start paying attention to them now so that you can prepare for SGE future too. So it's a very important signal and a very important section of search result pages.
All right. So what can we learn about the target audience when looking at Google search results?
It's always about understanding your audience when you search Google. At least that's how I do it. And that's always the first step to anytime there is a new client or I start a new site, I search for my target query to better understand what Google has found about this audience. And they have years and years of data and they know exactly what they want. Well, at least they know better than I do. Looking at types of search results, looking at special features that Google returns, all of that gives a lot of information as to what Google has found people are after when they're searching for that query, and how to make your content more helpful and useful as well. Just search Google and see what Google knows about types of content that those people want, formats of content, like maybe there are some interactive visual, maybe there are quick answers. That's a huge signal that people who are searching for that just need a quick answer, and that's it. That's what they're after. They don't want to research further. So all of that gives you a quick understanding. Will these people interact with my content, even if I'm ranking, or are they rather looking for videos, or do they want to shop right away? All of that is like gives you a good understanding of search intent and particular search audience that you're targeting.
Let's say you're an SEO and you have like 5 minutes to analyze SERPs really quick. Like, what would you say would be like the go-to thing to do if you didn't have any tools or anything? What would you do if you had 5 minutes to come up with some
I
information.
would just scroll. I would just scroll down. I wouldn't even click any of those results because I don't have time, as you mentioned. I would I would definitely interact with people. Also ask. I would definitely enable SGE and see how Google summarizes its own search results and what they prioritize in those AI snapshots. And I would scroll down and see what the majority of search pages are about, what the titles are. Is this a question? Like sometimes most of those are listicles. I feel like I would spend 2 minutes on that. I'm
Mhm.
really productive at this point, but I've been doing that for 20 years. So if you have 5 minutes, just scroll down and have a general impression of what type of search results are ranking and what Google wants to, what people that are searching Google want to see when they're searching for this. And now, of course, try to access SGE snapshot for that query and see what it does for each search query, because it uses AI and understands search queries as well. So it gives you an additional information about related questions, follow-up, they call it follow-up questions, and they list products as well, related brands, reviews. So all of that gives you a quick understanding. You just scan that AI snapshot and you have a better understanding of a query as well.
I love people also ask, just looking at that, even just gives me ideas for like brainstorming content and stuff, just to figure out what people want to know. So,
Exactly. Exactly. It's interesting that how dynamic they are. And
mhm.
I don't know if people have noticed that if you click any particular question, more questions will show up at the bottom of that whole box. So it will be expanding. But an interesting thing here, and this is a very important thing to play with, the follow-up questions that Google shows when you click a particular question is all relates to that particular question. So the follow-up questions will be different depending on which question you click. If you search, for example, best laptops, and there will be people also ask box there, and you click something about what are the best laptops for students, all the follow-up questions will be about that topic, like the students that going after a particular degree. So all of that, like student productivity, even like without laptops. So that will be all related to the core topic that you clicked. So playing with people also ask gives you a better understanding of also what related questions are to your
Mhm.
queries.
Definitely.